you so much for joining my podcast series. I'm meeting women from across the future of aviation to help inspire more women to consider this career for themselves. And I'm very pleased to be joined today by Flavia, Renata, Dantas, Alves, Silvia, Ciaccia, from Eve Air Mobility. Flavia, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you?
Hi, Joanne. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very
Brilliant.
excited to this opportunity to talk to you and our
Brilliant.
audience.
Oh, well, thank you again. Flavia, first of all, just in case there's anyone in our audience who doesn't already know Eve Air Mobility, could you tell me a little bit about the business?
Sure. If is Embraer company that was created to develop solutions for urban air mobility. And what that means,
Hmm.
we are creating an electric vehicle that could connect 2 points of the city, flying above
Hmm.
the traffic congestions. So we would
Hmm.
like to offer a new options for people to move around the city by air in a more sustainable, affordable, and faster way. In
Okay.
parallel, we are also developing the associated service and support
Hmm.
um, service that will enable an efficient, scalable, and safer operation as well.
Brilliant. Good. Well, I can think of many cities that I've been to where this would be incredibly useful. And so it's very exciting to hear about your business today. And Flavia, could you tell me what's your role in the business?
Wow, my role in the business nowadays is um, to be responsible for user experience and market intelligence teams. And
Hmm.
what that means, we are responsible for bringing the outside view of the marketing, trying to collect the different perspectives from all stakeholders involved in this new ecosystem and translated into solutions, requirements, business models, and opportunities for the company. A
Brilliant.
particular point to my role is also to validate our value
Hmm.
propositions, features, and solutions throughout the development to guarantee
Hmm.
that we are building um, products that really address the market needs and expectations.
Brilliant. Okay. So everything to do with how people actually interact with the product and the service in the future, you are thinking that through now and making sure that ultimately the business delivers something that customers will enjoy using and interact with and find it useful.
Yes, and even more than that, Joanne,
Hmm.
because I would like to say that we are trying to solve the right problems, not
Yeah.
only delivering, new technologies or new solutions, but try to understand what people need to do, the jobs that they need uh,
Hmm.
to do in their daily lives, and try
Yeah.
to really address that in a
Uh-huh.
better way.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds like fascinating work. And how did you go about building your career in this sector in order to get to the role that you have today?
Oh, that's a good
Mhm.
a good question because I
Mhm.
mean I need to start with a fun fact that
Yeah.
I I choose mechatronic engineering
Wow.
when I was young
Mhm.
because I had a dream to build a robot for my child.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
yes, it was, a child dream. And at that
Mhm.
moment, I didn't realize what that means specifically, but I entered
Mhm.
at university and I did mechatronic engineering. And after the university, I entered in a specialization program for
Mhm.
recent graduated engineers at Embraer,
Mhm.
a very special product, a comprehensive program with 18 months of activities that guides the new employees in aviation. And after the and to be honest, in the first day of this specialization program, I met a girl that worked at Embraer, and she used it to work with interiors. And when she described the their her activities and what she did, I was fascinated, and I could connect the dots, you know. and
Mhm.
and then when I finished this program, I start working with ergonomics in the design
Mhm.
studio, and it was kind of a turning point to me because my focus shifted from the developing of automation or the technology itself to use the technology to solve human problems. So, for
Mhm.
instance, how comfortable or how useful a solution could be to better integrate with expectations of the users.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so that was the beginning of my career
Yeah.
at Embraer,
Yeah.
and then I had the opportunity to move to a different department, technology and development,
Mhm.
where I I led a variety of innovation product projects
Mhm.
with universities, institutes, other companies, and always trying to bring the human needs to the development and delivering better products to the market. And it was
Yeah.
the time that I could experience um, both people and project management, and help me to broaden my view, my perspective.
Yeah.
And then when the company decided to enter the urban mobility market, I
Mhm.
had the privilege to be invited to be one of the first participants of this new project, with the challenge to bring the human-centered design approach from the very beginning, and listen to um, user needs, operator needs, and help to create a new way to move within the cities.
Mhm.
And so I did this, and in 2020, when Eve was created as a separated company from Embraer, I was invited to be part of the senior management team and lead
Mhm.
uh, user experience and market intelligence.
Brilliant.
Mm.
What a lovely story, and it sounds like it comes back to those early inspirations, a childhood dream combined with a fascinating university course, and then a really inspiring female role model who influenced you at the start of your career,
Mhm.
has helped you to embrace all of those passions and really bring them together in your current role, which sounds incredible. And I wondered, how do you personally find being female in this sector? I imagine there was perhaps more men than women on your university course, and certainly across the aerospace sector, it tends to be a choice that's more popular with men, for various reasons, I guess. What's been your experience?
I feel normal, Joanne.
Hmm.
I had great moments in my career that helped me
Hmm.
to develop and succeed. And for
Hmm.
sure, there were moments with some challenge, but I cannot
Hmm.
measure this as the most important part of my journey. And
Hmm.
to really be honest, it wasn't a matter of being female in a male sector. Maybe because you
Hmm.
said I had the previous experience at university. That was
Hmm.
my first experience with in a more male environment. But
Mm.
in the sector aviation, I think I was working with a very different topic among the engineers,
Yeah.
even being
Yeah.
an engineer. And I was
Yeah.
trying to bring this new perspective, the human
Hmm.
perspective, and trying to integrate with the development. So sometimes I feel myself more alone in some discussions, not because I was a
Hmm.
female in the room, but maybe because I was trying to bring a different aspect for the
Yeah.
discussions and a different
Yeah.
way of thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think in that sense has being female in any way actually helped you because you're trying to offer a different perspective to a room of men sometimes? Do you think that actually being female helps you to underline your point in any way?
Yeah, I believe so, but
Mm.
I never thought about that
Mm.
specifically. I mean,
Mm.
I never see myself as being different
Mm.
from the
Mhm.
team because I was a
Yeah.
female.
Yeah.
So I just consider myself someone that could bring a different aspect, a different perspective.
And could you tell me, Flavia, what is it like specifically at Eve in terms of diversity?
Well, I believe that I feel very embraced by our
Hmm.
human friendly environment. And
Hmm.
I believe it's part of our role as well, right? To bring that. But it's a very welcome to all
Hmm.
weavers. And we are bringing diversity and inclusiveness as a value, and we are very proud to say that among the senior leadership management, we have 50% of women. So we are four in this level, and consider other levels. We have 24% of leaders held by human leadership held by humans, and
Hmm.
also we have 10% of our employees that identify themselves in diverse groups. So it's not a matter of looking at only for human numbers, but we have plans to keep improving in terms of bringing more talents from other minority groups as well. So, and when we talk about the diversity, we always try to to think about gender or sexual orientation, religion, but there are many others like cultural, race, nationality, professional background, language, and so on. And
Hmm.
us being a global company in a global market, we truly believe that we need to combine those different perspectives. And
Hmm.
there are many other opportunities to us to be more inclusive, to be more diverse.
Hmm.
And we truly believe that this diversity leads in innovation in a way that
Hmm.
we can have different minds with different backgrounds think together
Hmm.
to really guide us in to face the future developments, the
Hmm.
future challenge that we will have, and thrive in this new industry that we are helping the creation.
Fantastic. And I'm so pleased to hear about your really broad approach to diversity and to consider that you've already made such incredible achievements in terms of female leadership, female representation in the leadership team. Um, that's really incredible to hear, and it must be a really wonderful business to be part of.
Yes, and
Um,
we have
mm,
some other initiatives in terms
mm,
of it. It's not the leadership positions as I mentioned, but we also we are trying to attract
mhm,
more diverse talents using, for example, neutral language to describe the
mhm,
positions. Um, we recently we had our first affirmative position for women, and it's also a
mm,
leadership position. And we also um, we are part of a program from Embraer that
uh-huh.
is a mentorship for young women.
Ah,
Yeah, so all leadership or people that is women that are experts in their fields,
mhm,
they can mentor the young
mhm,
um, in how to, deal
yeah,
with this in aviation. That is, as you said, a very male sector,
mhm,
but how to
yeah.
do it without losing our characteristics and so on.
Brilliant. That sounds like such a great program. If I can help in any way, give me a shout because I obviously know people in a lot of other businesses. So if I can help to connect mentors and mentees from other businesses in the sector, just let me know. It sounds like
Oh, that
a
would be
really good plan.
lovely. Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. We
Mhm.
could also do something
Yeah.
here at
Yes.
Eve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Thank
Lovely.
you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the idea. So I guess finally, what would you say to other women or diverse groups or individuals who are thinking about a career in the future of aerospace and aviation? Maybe they've also come across an inspiration or a childhood dream, and perhaps they're thinking about whether this sector is for them. Um, what would you say to people who are thinking about this now?
Well, the first thing that
Mm,
I would say is just be yourself
mhm,
and don't pretend to be anyone else because
mm,
the environment is different from you. Because sometimes we try to, change ourselves, being so flexible to, to um, feel better in an environment, but that took our natural way of behave and do things, and it consumes
mhm,
a lot of energy that we could
yeah,
use and to focus on trying different things, improve our performance, our ideas. So that would be my first um,
mhm,
my first suggestion. And
mhm,
the last one would be um, there is always someone looking at you and your
mhm,
results. And sometimes you can feel a little bit sad because something was wrong or your result was not recognized as you expected. But there are always someone in the room watching you, watching your results, your performance. And as happened to me, I believe that we in the future you can have op- and receive opportunities for this person, and so just continue doing your job, that the results will come.
Oh, thank you. That is such great advice that I'm sure will resonate for many people. I really appreciate you joining me today, Flavia. It's been such a privilege to hear about your story and learn about your business. So, thank you so very much for taking the time with me. And I wish you and the business all the very best of luck for the exciting next steps ahead.